Hello, and welcome to Kenshi. This is Skinner. He is a skeleton who has recently rebooted. Skeletons are thought to be thousands of years old. They don't need to eat and they are very powerful in combat. However, when a skeleton reboots, they lose all of their skills that they acquired over time. This means that Skinner is mostly useless in a fight, for now at least. Skinner has made a critical error when he rebooted, however. He chose to do so in one of the most hostile places known for a skeleton. Skinner rebooted in the middle of the Holy Nation. The Holy Nation basically believes that skeletons caused the apocalypse, so Skinner needs to leave as quickly as possible, so he's not hunted down. We're also missing an arm. Arms are typically useful, however, we're missing one. We can make it out of Holy Nation territory, however, the Holy Nation is... it's kind of a nation of runners. They're very quick on their feet. Some of the faster ones are up to 22 miles an hour. They can run it up to 22 miles an hour. That's very fast. That's very fast in the world of Kent. Well, okay, so not exactly, but compared to my 16 miles per hour, that's very, very fast. So we're gonna have to work on that a little bit. Now, there are a couple of ways around. However, our mission right now is pretty much to get to the United Cities, which is gonna be a lot friendlier to me than something like a bunch of cannibals. Here comes a cannibal now. Right. He's faster than us, and he's gonna be stronger than us. Because we're not very good at combat at all. The only thing that we have going for us is that he can't eat us if he does manage to catch us. So, the plan that I want to do is I want to go up around this. How that's going to work out, I'm not sure. However, the good news is that it seems like we are losing our little cannibal friend back there. And we hear the clash of combat in the distance. Cannibal friend is still tailing us. So this could be a chance to convince him otherwise. The issue with that is, this is a gigantic amount of Holy Nation servants and paladins and peasants. We need to avoid that. So we're just gonna keep going. This is a bunch of nomads. Maybe we can get them to fight the cannibal for me since I don't have a weapon or an arm. Nope. Not gonna help a poor skeleton. Let's see, who are these guys? They are rebel farmers and outlaws. Am I faster than them? I don't think so, unfortunately. No, I'm not. So, I don't think... Well, you know, maybe they're friendly. And it seems that they are. However, they also want to attack me. I've traded one problem for a new one. Yeah. So that's not good. I fear that I may have found the next best thing to a United Cities army. And that is a Holy Nation army. Perhaps they'll, help me. They will not. The Holy Nation is mildly prejudiced against skeletons. See, they think that we caused... And by we, I mean the skeletons. They believe that the skeletons caused the apocalypse. I'm not gonna say that they're wrong or not, because I don't know, because I just rebooted, it's all fine, but it's not the best people to run into. Now, I don't know where the best way to go is gonna be, but it's definitely gonna be away from them. So the best thing that I can do is hope to dodge them. And fail. Best thing that I can hope for is gonna be a United Cities army. Because paladins are kind of... Oh. Uh-oh. Well, now I'm hobbling. Uh-oh. My days are numbered. I guess I'm just gonna have to fight. I could block and hope that they get tired. These tiny meat bags are gonna need food eventually. Or they'll just knock me out. That's also something that can happen. Skinner, you lived a good life. You didn't know what happened to you. You may never find out. But you lived. I am alive though. So, yeah, I got that going for me. And I have the smallest amount of a repair kit, which might be enough to repair my legs. I did run out of the repair kit though. I'm gonna have to travel to the nearest city to attempt to repair myself. Because as you can see, my right leg is lightly damaged. Crawling at a snail's pace, Skinner wandered. He hoped that he could find a city. Someone who could accept him for what he is. Luckily, Skinner's leg has healed, so we can continue at a slightly faster pace. As we crest a hill, we spy some form of civilization. Hopefully we'll be able to find a repair kit. That would be nice. And also, hopefully, these people aren't going to try and kill me. That would be great. As it turns out, this is one of the United Cities. Hopefully we'll be able to find a repair kit here, but at least the people aren't going to try and kill me. Unfortunately, the bar doesn't have a repair kit, and that's the only shop in town, so we're going to have to continue with a broken leg. The best news that we found in the town are that we're likely out of Holy Nation territory, meaning that we can travel much safer now. We've now reached the desert. The real desert. The one with sand and skimmers. Skinner's best choice is to follow the United Cities guards, who are patrolling the area. Where they're going, we're not entirely sure, however, it will be much safer with them in front of us. In the distance, we see something that's dead on the ground. We're gonna go ahead and see what we can find over there. Unfortunately, as we're distracted by whatever is dead on the ground, we're attacked from behind by a bunch of bandits. The best news that we have is that these are slavers, so they'll want to repair me before they take me to sell me. That's not exactly good news, but it's the best news that we have right now. And Skinner's knocked unconscious and playing dead. There is no other option. They do have a repair kit for him. So when able, he may be able to get away from the slavers. There is a small chance at being able to escape, however, it's a little bit unlikely because, unfortunately, the person who is capturing him is quite significantly faster than him. Our slaver is attacked by starving rebel farmers. What that means for me, I'm not sure. However, it may mean life. We're currently alive, however, we're still pretty injured. We have somebody who's trying to hit us with a crossbow, which is rather rude. We're basically just gonna have to try and run and hope for the best and hope that he loses interest. Luckily, the guy with the crossbow lost interest, so hopefully we can find something on these bodies that we found. I finally found some weapons. This is good. I'm gonna take out a little bit of frustration on this guy over here and hope for the best. I managed to get him down, but he really doesn't have very much on him, so I guess it's gonna be time to continue. The desert stretches on for seemingly forever. As we wander through it, we hope to find civilization soon. Civilization will hopefully mean safety. That is not guaranteed in this world, but it is the best that we can hope for. Since the last thing that I remember, this world has become far more hostile. There's not much that can be done but wander, and wander we shall do. Finally, in the distance, we spot the city of Stoke. We can hope now that we can finally repair ourselves, so that we can begin to understand this world. We've finally made it to the gates of a city. What lies ahead, we're not sure, however, hopefully, it will finally have a repair kit. Unfortunately, repair kits are very expensive, and we don't have very many cats. We're gonna have to sell pretty much everything that we have, and that's still not quite gonna be enough. We're gonna have to go work for it a little bit. Fortunately enough, there's a skimmer that somehow managed to make its way into town, not attacked by the guards. I don't really understand how, but that means that we can go loot it for food and stuff to sell. We must leave the city, the temporary safety that it provided us, in search of prosperity. Outside the walls, the world is dangerous. There are slavers. There are people who wish to take me. And there are people who wish to steal what little I have. For even though I have very little, it is still more than they have. We found a source of somewhat stable income, so we're gonna have to make the best of our opportunity. It may not be much, but over time, we'll get better at mining. It's just gonna take a little bit. And even though we are still pretty much right next to the city, out here, outside of the walls, it's still very dangerous. With the day nearly over, it's time to sell our efforts. It's time to see if we have enough money to finally repair ourselves. If not, our injuries will likely worsen, and slowly over time, we may become more and more damaged. Skinner didn't have very many options to begin with. However, as soon as he reached the shop, he realized it was closed. The door is locked. There's really not much that he can do right now. Unfortunately, his injuries get worse. And as the night progresses, he may run out of options entirely. Skinner unfortunately falls unconscious. Now his fate is likely sealed, unless perhaps there is somebody who comes by to be his savior, or his captor. As Skinner is passed out, there's a guard just in front of him. Perhaps he doesn't know Skinner's condition. Perhaps he doesn't care. Either way, the guard stands unwavering. Skinner has met his fateful end. The world moves on around him, as he lies before a shop which could have sold his savior, had he just had a few more coin. The robot will never know what the rest of the world is like. The robot will only know that the world is unforgiving entirely. I hope that you enjoyed this video. This took a pretty unexpectedly dark turn, but that's pretty much how it happened. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and if you're not, go ahead and subscribe. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.